Hello and welcome to my video where I'm going to show you how to knit a 2-stitch twist and a 3-stitch twist. These aren't particularly common, but you might see them around because they create a kind of mock cable effect where it looks like a single strand of yarn is travelling to the left hand side. And if you stack them on top of each other, as you can see here, they create a kind of zigzag effect. The key difference between cables and what we're doing today is that with cables you're passing at least one stitch over or under at least one other stitch, whereas when you're making a twist you're passing at least one stitch through another stitch. So not over or under, but through. As you can see, I've already done some knitting, which is just stockinette stitch surrounded by garter stitch. I'm now just going to knit 7 stitches before showing you the TW2 or 2-stitch twist. Okay, so to do a TW2, you first need to slip one stitch knitwise by taking the right hand needle up through the front of the next stitch as if to knit, but instead of knitting it, you just slip it off the needle. Then knit a stitch, then use your left hand needle to pick up the stitch that you slipped, take it over the stitch that you knit, and make sure to keep this stitch on the left hand needle. You then need to knit this stitch through the back loop. So take the right hand needle down through the back of the stitch and do all of the usual steps of a knit stitch. So what you've done is basically pass a knit stitch through another knit stitch. And that's the TW2 completed. I'm now going to knit 4 stitches and show you that once again. So to do a TW2, you slip a stitch knitwise by taking the right hand needle up through the front of the next stitch and just slipping it off the needle. Then you knit a stitch and use your left hand needle to pick up the stitch that you slipped, take it over the stitch that you knit, and keep it on the left hand needle. And then knit into the back of that stitch. So take the right hand needle down through the back of this stitch, and do all of the usual steps of a knit stitch. If you repeat this method at the same points on every right side row, then this will be the result. You should be able to see the strands of yarn that travel to the left, and also see that stacking them on top of each other creates a kind of zigzag effect. If you compare these to C2B and C2F 2-stitch cables, then you can see that with the cables you get 2 strands of yarn on the front of the knitting, either travelling to the right or to the left. Obviously they look different and therefore create a different effect on your knitting. Right, so now I'm going to show you the TW3 or 3-stitch twist. It's exactly the same concept, but it's done over 3 stitches rather than 2. So to start, you slip 2 stitches knitwise. So take your right hand needle up through the front of the stitch and transfer it. And then repeat. Then knit a stitch. Then use your left hand needle to pick up the second stitch down on the right hand needle. Take it over the first stitch, keeping it on the left needle. Then knit into the back of this stitch. So take your right hand needle down through the back of that stitch and do all of the usual steps of a knit stitch. Then use your left hand needle again, this time to pick up the third stitch down on the right hand needle, take it over the first and second stitches, and then knit into the back of this stitch. And that's a TW3 completed. You'll now be able to see a strand of yarn travelling to the left. And now I'll show you that once again. So slip 2 stitches knitwise separately, knit a stitch, then use your left hand needle to pick up the second stitch down on the right hand needle, take it over the first stitch, and then knit into the back of this stitch. Then use the left hand needle again to pick up the third stitch down on the right hand needle, take it over the first and second stitches, and then knit into the back of that stitch as well. And that's another TW3 completed. The resulting strand of yarn travels to the left. I then repeated that a few times, and this was the result. The effect is basically the same, but the strand of yarn is obviously wider because we worked over 3 stitches rather than 2, and it's a bit more pronounced. And that's it, that's how you do a TW2 and a TW3. I really hope you found that useful, and thank you very much for watching.